Up and running with the live. So if anybody comes in, give me a second. Just give me a second. I'm trying to get everything going. I'm running a little bit behind schedule due to weather. It'll probably be a short night. And the thunder rolls. Hello, Kevin. Welcome in. I'm trying to get everything going. Running late due to weather. Power is flickering on and off at my house. I'm getting to my computer right now. Live. Ended up with 8 wheat cents total last hunt, better than the 5 before. Had box 24, did open it up. They all circulated, but I think it can be a little bit lighter on copper. We had 399 copper coins on the last one, give or take. I say I gotta go back and recount that bucket. So I can start up a new one. Recent documents. And save as. I don't know. 20. Oops. 5. Box 24. Okay, now I can get going. How's everything going in your neck of the woods? Y'all getting weather or what? Because it looks like we may be having some nice tropical storms coming this way here in South Louisiana very shortly. Supposed to be a low pressure system making its way into the southern Caribbean. I get my one glove on that I need so I don't get my fingers all dirty. Don't forget the thumbs up. So we're going to do something a little bit different before we can start with the pennies. We're going to do a little bit of see what's in my chord change I need. I got some more stuff to add to it. So just a little bit of chord change here. We're going to see what we got. Dime wise and all of that. See if we find the errors. Die chips. It's like circulation damage to this boy. To Mr. Roosevelt. Once I get this little bit of change down, we're going to go straight to pennies. So I'm just, because eventually I got to turn these back into the bank for more money. This almost looks like full bands, but it's not. There's a little bit of touching. Right there and right there. So that's not going to be full band. Got a side right woman quarter. No die chip in the mouth. Is that one? Yes, small die chip in the mouth. No strike through. I really don't keep the drilling Georges no more. I was looking at my binder from Calawags 12. I'm going through some change right now, and I'm going to be going up through some boxes of pennies. I'm going to start with my box 24 on Lincoln cents. I'm just looking for, see if I can find anything on these coins. Die cracks, die chips, doubling. You never know what you're going to find. So far, I found 3 of the 2024s of strong doubling. One attention sent to a young coin collector in Oregon. The only guy I finally found is in the binder. Okay, this is Apostle Pictured Rocks. I actually have one. But this is not it. You got doubling in the Monto and God We Trust I found last year. I was doing a page a month. No, the my order pages that holds the flips and finds. I've not even done that. I barely got 6 pages filled with finds. So I am working on finding some more errors and varieties. See, I like this. Yes, this is worn. Not much detail left in the breast feathers, but I like the patina on there, but I'm not going to keep it. That's postment damage above the date. Got a die chip right there on the eyebrow. And there's a lot of die chips going on. I'm really not keeping the Roosevelts. In fact, I got a few I'll probably list on eBay soon. Okay, we got a nice. That's actually peeled back metal. That's post-mint damage. I'm pretty sure it's peeled back. I got nothing small enough thin enough going underneath it, but we're going to see if we can move it here. Yep, it's hit right through there. That's moved metal. And that is machine doubling or die deterioration, however you want to call it. Not a mint error. So usually Denver, I find this machine doubling more on Denver than I do on Phillies. Can't figure that one out. And we got the little die chip right up in here. That's where I've been finding the die chip out on that. That's actually a feather that comes off the bird's back when it's flying. People say it's the wing, but the wing's down. Now, I've been looking, there is a DDR where you got doubling in the wing feathers on this side and right up in here, but I have yet to find one. This is Denver with the die chip. Okay, you should find that in the Philly mint ones. We got one little find on that one. That's going to go in my book. What's boring? I'm just hunting coins. I wish I could afford to do boxes of $50. I don't have that kind of money to tie up. Or boxes of quarters. Well, then and then I'll go get 10 rows of quarters and hunt those. No, if you don't like what I'm doing, you can leave. I mean, I'm just here to have fun. Just running an hour behind because of the weather in my area. I was going to be an hour late, but couldn't get to the grocery store due to the weather. Actually, we got to the grocery store, the lights were flashing on and off, so I know I wasn't going to be cooking tonight. I'm getting some fried chicken and a large drink. And nothing there. Okay. So we got one die chip in the quarter, which I never seen one in Denver. Okay, let's bring out the first 2 rows of pennies. So you got 5 rows of 10 in pennies. So what I do, I go down the first 2 rows when I first start off. But I do 2 rows at a time. After that, I can do 3 and it stays even. So let me get these opened up. Now, I can't guarantee we're going to have the luck we had last week. Within the first, what, 3 rolls, I had 1 or 2 wheat cents. These I get from the bank. And you have a full box of 24 Denvers. Well, somebody left. Somebody wasn't happy with me. Only one in here on my own channel, but that's okay. I'm going to tell me it's boring. Roll hunting can be boring unless you find stuff every 30 seconds. On die chip and a quarter. That's not boring. Yeah, and there's a Denver mint on top of that. That's what I'm thinking about it. Hello, hello, hello. I'm stepping in a find I just had. I found it on the Denver National Park Brock Island, I think it is. Found a die chip on Bird. We're going to start off with the pennies here next. I'm just flattening out my staples right now. I'm running about an hour behind due to weather in my area. If you look, right here is a die chip. Now, I heard people find them all the way out to here. I have yet to find that. So, die chip on Bird. Okay. So, I'm going to start with, I got Lincoln cents. Everybody else already left. Okay, fine. Not here when I find something, you're not going to be happy. Shoot, I had a blank planche at the beginning of last week's hunt. You should get those from the coin store. This is the first time I ever found one. I think I had about 12 die cracks on the Lincoln cents. Once you get the shorts posted, that video will be following next. Another one was fun to find a 1913S. That was a sweet find. Of course, we're still in for the wide and close AMs on the pennies. See, this what gets me. It's mellow movement, but it looks like a DDO, but it's not. Or if it is, it's a new DDO. So I got to put it off to the side to research it. So I'll do that tonight after I get off. Here's the first copper coin of the hunt, 79. Somebody came in and said, boring. Oh. 100 pennies is kind of boring. I got to agree with that, but I can't even afford what I can get my hands on, you know? But what I heard on the 2024s is the double die 001 on Variety Vista. Soon on, hopefully be on soon on Wexler's dyed the varieties as as DDO002. I got to submit it to Kaneka to get a Kaneka number and maybe from there an FS number. No spike heads. We'll come in and out. It's okay. I'm going to be here till about 9 o'clock Central Standard Time, so I'm going to try to go through as many rows as possible. And I do find out I do hunt rows better than when I'm hunting live. I hunt a lot faster. And I meant to bring in some more of my tall Lincoln scent tubes. I'm going to get that filled up, see how many that tube actually holds. It's bigger than a regular penny tube. And only as far as a quarter, about a third of the way down, then you gotta knock it out to get it out. It won't go any further down, so yeah, all I got to review on Amazon. It's great for nickels, dimes, and pennies, but not for quarters. Now, I know recently on copper coins they found and then this was JFM, they found some doubling on JFM on 2025s, Lincoln cents. Trying to get my bank to order me just a box of 24 Phillies to look for more doubling. All the ones I've found so far have been circulated. Which at best would put them at an AU58. Do have more than tall Lincoln scent tubes in my bedroom. I just haven't brought them in here yet. Come 10 to a box. Got 3 boxes. Only thing I like about them for the pennies, nickels, and dimes, they hold more than the regular tubes do. So again, that one filled up. I'm definitely going to count and find out how many it holds compared to a regular tube, which is supposed to be 50. Some of the other tubes by different manufacturers may hold 1 or 2 more than 50. The die cracks. Sunday, Labor Day weekend, I will be doing the giveaway. I think I'm doing the proof set giveaway 1960, so it's 3 silver coins. I got a couple of 10-ounce rounds I'm going to be giving away, and maybe a couple of grams, and that's going to be it. And we got the DDO001 or 2, depending on which website you want to go to. Let's see. I can't get it to focus in right. That's actually maybe machine doubling. That's machine doubling. Oh, no, it's not. That is the 001 or 2, depending on which site you're going to go to eventually. And mine makes it onto Wexler's. It's a weakened form of it. That you don't see it as strong in the word liberty. You can make out the N, the G, the O. There is the W and the D, the W, the E, T, R, U, S, and T. Let's see. Let me turn this down just a hair. The date is not as strong as my original finding. But yes, we do have a DDO002. I'm going by what the guy said he's going to call mine on Wexler's. So we found another double die. Not as strong. You can definitely see it in the D, the W, and the E, the T, R, U, S, and that T. Numbers not as much. Got some more. I gotta get another Mylar page. Yay, we found another DDO 00. I'm gonna just call it 002. Staple. I could take her to Staples later. That's how I marked it. That's how I marked it. So we finally got another double die. The question is, how many coins a minute with that one die like that? Where are they all? I mean, I heard they found some Mississippi and Georgia, but I heard somebody say they may have found one or two in Alabama. I haven't seen anything on that one. Hello, welcome in, y'all. Oh, I gotta do this on my own. Yep. Just found another DDO on a 24 Philly penny. People leave and come, they miss out what I find. It's only on the first row. I'm running an hour behind, so I'm only going to stay on to about 2009, till 9 o'clock my time, which is about 15 minutes. I'll probably get to about 9:30, so I can at least get 2 to 4 rows in. Well, let's say 5 rows hunted. I always do 2 first, and then I start doing groups of 3s. And we got off-center strike, it looks like. Obverse. Yeah, it's more off-center on the obverse than it is on the reverse. That is a 74 Lord's date. It's 81 copper. I might start listing my PayPal account for donations to help me get a box of $50. People want to donate, they can. And I've been playing games to get up to that $500. It's dirt. I'm not going. 2019. Went through a little bit of a card change. I found a die chip on Brock Island Bird on that feather that comes off his back. Now I gotta know what DDO on the 2004 looks like, because the guy sent me one to do attribution on my Lincoln cent, and I know how to look for a double die. 2004. There's a 78, and he didn't have to do that. I think he did that. I don't know why he did it. I don't want to speculate. I'm going to send him the link to that video where I did a reveal on what he sent. So I appreciate what he did. He didn't have to do that. No, I sent my own self-addressed envelope. He paid plus $5 for him to use to put the insurance on the coin on the way back. Okay, 4 copper coins. In the first row plus a DDO. Let's put that about 127.1 grams, give or take a tenth of a gram. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta do this in a separate bucket. I haven't emptied out the other one yet. So I did a wrap up on how many coins were in that bucket to verify what's on my chart. So how's the weather in y'all's place? Here in South Louisiana, it's cloudy skies with thunderstorms popping off here and there. Just had a major one come through right as I was going to get on, so I had to wait. So I think my lights were starting to flicker a little bit. I don't want to get on and lose feed. Okay, that's just dirt. I thought maybe that was a die crack right up in there. I had not yet to post the final hunt where I look at all the coins, and I did have one that went rim to rim across the memorial building. Like copper, not zinc. It was a 1982 large date. I thought it was going to be copper. So the main type of spike head starting up there at the top, working its way down. No, I have yet to find one on a Denver coin. No, cause got paid today. Tomorrow I go to the bank. I'm picking up some nickels tomorrow. Ooh, is that tone? Or, that's a little bit of toning going on. It looks like this one left in the car heat. So you got a bit of fiery red on there. Like you got some Coke or something spilled. Ooh, we got nasty stuff on the back. I'm not keeping that one. That was a nice tone one. I would have kept it. Oh, God. Tell me what's in that ball of junk. Got a little die crack right there on that base. Unless I see it going into the base, I'm not keeping them anymore. They're just taking up too much real estate for this is a slight one. It only goes from corner to the base to the rim. Actually goes on top of the rim a little bit. Now if that was going all the way around the rim out to that side where the word I think it's in or by L and Liberty, I would have kept that one. It's only going up onto the rim. So now I did upload a short on 57 quarter about this weekend. Had a nice die crack over the one and down to the rim on the obverse. So go check that one out and let me know what y'all think. Plus it kind of spider webbed out a little bit too. Okay, this is going to be zinc rotten soon, so let's put that one back in circulation. Well, 13 people. Hello, hello, hello. Unless it's got something majorly doubling or something like that on it, I doubt it. Now, if the AM is wide angle, like there's a gap between the A and the M, let me show you one. See if I can find one. Even though it's not one. Let me see. See, in 98, 99, 2000, that's what the AM is supposed to look like. But if you find a gap between the A and the M, like you do on a proof coin, see, do I have a proof coin around here? I know I do. I know I do. Let's see, 60, 63. Oh. Trying to find a proof coin. Can't find my proof coins. Let's see. There's on. Okay. See how you got a gap between the A and the M on here? If 89, the 98, 99, 2000 have that gap, you have a narrow coin. The 99 is the most rare. I've found 3 of the 80 of the 98s. I have yet to find a 2000. Now 92, they're supposed to be wide, but they made some that are close. Both Denver and Philly. You find those are worth some money. Hey, Nikki. I still don't know why you can't comment on my videos, and YouTube is not responding to me. I'm getting upset with them. You can always comment on Nick the daughter's name and put AKA Nikki. Hey, Nikki, I want to do something. I want to unmod you. Try to make a comment tomorrow. If it'll let me unmod you. Ah. Okay, no. Okay, there you go. So try tomorrow, and we'll figure out if that does it or not. I was doing some research, and people have been having issues with mods not be able to comment on their videos. I did find out a DDO 001 or 2, depending on which website you're going to go to. It's kind of weak in the numbers. The doubling in the words in God we trust are up there. It's just hard to see in the flip. Okay, go ahead and try. See what happens. I can't check while I'm doing live. I could if I go grab my tablet. I just thought about that. Okay, I'll turn the light back on. Only thing I like about the light, it's so bright. I put a brand new pin underneath the blinds the camera lens for a second. We're only doing 5 rows tonight. And because I'm running late due to weather. Yeah, a headache at work to try to figure out with some plans and stuff for a prison that we're working on. 91. Oh, the person's on here or not, but it's okay. It's gonna be a short night tonight. Hopefully tomorrow night I'll be able to go to the store without a weather delay. Get myself started. Now my son finished up doing cooking so I can come live on YouTube. Yeah, they only want the wheat cents. They pay 2 to 3 cents for wheatie. They sell maybe 4 to 5 cents per wheat back. Now, if you got them in what they call GMBU rolls, then you're talking a little bit more money. So it's the moderator. Okay, so it's being a moderator, you can't do it. Okay, now we got someplace going. I can let YouTube know that. There's something they need to fix. I was thinking about that over the weekend. Yeah, you can go back comment. So, Nikki, you went on Sean's giveaway, huh? I'll mod you on if I need to. Man, I gotta throw copper on that roll. But it's funny because I'm moderator on Sean's channel, but I could comment all day long on his videos. When he does his simulcast on whatnot in YouTube, I go and mod his shows if I'm at home on YouTube. Maybe that's a different channel. I know on his regular channel where he does videos, I can comment all day long. Looks like paint on here, but it's copper. Well, we got five copper out of that row, so that gives me a total of 9. Oh, put 5 instead of put 4 instead of 5. I don't know what did that. That's strange. Once I get monetized, then I get help from YouTube. That's the problem. Okay. Like I don't know if you heard me earlier, it's gonna be a short night tonight. We had some severe weather come through, and I got held up in traffic trying to get to my grocery store. Then I got there, the lights were flickering on and off. So I'm going back to a gas station to get fried chicken. Anything with any type of air on there, RPMs. You find RPMs on pennies all the way up to 1989. Go to Variety Vista. They have better section on the RPMs. Anything that's known a double die with the FS number are worth more monies. You better off buying the Cherry Picker Guide with all the Lincoln cents, nickels, quarters, dimes. They got one for $half and the big dollars, but I don't really look for errors on those, so I hardly ever hunt those. I'm more into nickels, pennies, and quarters. Well, I do know what's on the $half or we don't need a book. I go to PCGS's website where they list FS numbers that they grade. The biggest, now, if they're red, wheat cents, like the 1909 SVDB, and getting them graded costs a lot of money. Those are worth money. Meaning they look like they're fresh out of the mint to get graded like that. I got a Cheerios penny. Came out of a Cheerios box. And I got it graded MS67. It's on NGC's website. It's $450 coin. It's what they suggested, and the last one sold for $375. But to get that, I had to buy off of somebody up or whatnot with the original mint pack, the package that came in, the Cheerios boxes, and sent off like that to get the designation. That was a 2000 penny too, year 2000. And now I think about it, we had 4 or 5 of them boxes, and I think we may have had $1, but I think the ex-wife took that dollar coin with her, or she spent it before I even knew about it. I know she took some pennies out of some packaging. And I'm kind of upset about that because I could have had those graded back then and be sitting on about a couple $1,000 worth of pennies. Who knows? So those, the more modern, the more modern and narrow near is, the less it's going to be valued. But grade-wise, over time, it will slowly increase if it's like one of you to get the highest grade possible. Follow Blue Ridge Silverhound on that kind of stuff. I just kind of know what he says and what I research on my own, value-wise. Nikki's going to have a fun-filled day commenting on my videos. And this morning I posted my 1913 nest that I found last week. Found live here on YouTube. It's a semi-keyed 8. 6 million minute. The shape it's in, I give it $10 at best. Now if it didn't have any damage to it, the brown state, probably a couple of $100 in value, but it's got damaged environmental crud going on with it. That's only got 2, and they're in 2 different books now. Now, if I find a third one, it will go in the current Warman book that I'm trying to fill up on sale at the end of the year on whatnot. More likely, I get everything but the key dates in there. May it be a semi-key date here or there. Who knows? Yeah, tomorrow night, making soup. I need to figure out what my son wants for his birthday, because his birthday's Wednesday. And no, he's not here, so don't. He's not here, he's on out with some friends. Or we may be going out to eat Wednesday night for, I don't know yet. I know I come in tomorrow, I got to get supper started, and while I'm starting to cook, I'm going to go to town hunting pennies. And I may go ahead and go pick up a roll of nickels. I don't know yet. I need to quit eating out. Save my money up for coins. Y'all see me do nickels? Because I keep a roll or 2 for Domino's that he works at. Same thing with dimes. Pennies, it's not a big deal. They need pennies. They call me up. They tell me. Or he tells me, and I dig into a bucket down here, and I fill it with pennies. And I bring on 2 rows of pennies. They've actually had people come in and pay the full meal, nothing but quarters. Yeah, I'm trying to do this as fast as possible. Yeah, I can miss the spike head. I've done that before. Back when I used to separate the coins out by memorial cent and shield cents, go back and hunt all the memorial cents, pulling out all the copper. Of course, I was looking for Wheaties. That was an easy part. Then I do the shield cents, look for spike, and on all of them I look for spike heads. I just find more of them on the zinc composition than I do on the copper. When you find one in the copper, you're talking some major bucks. With the zinc spike heads or die cracks, you got a risk of zinc rot occurring on the coin. Nikki, did you? I think you went on Sean's giveaway. I don't know if you saw the video yet. Oh, we got 1965 Canadian cent. Third row in. The icebox only got one Canadian cent. Oh, you see that line right there? That's all the Canadian cents I've found so far this year. Not counting the couple put in books. In fact, on my fundraiser, Billy Rose, 64 Canadian cents, going to be up for sale. I got 3 rolls. Yeah, I saw that. Oh, his chart was confusing because I saw pink highlights and my name was highlighted on one of the columns. So I don't know if I won or not. I kind of fell asleep in that video this morning. No, Tempo Craze won 2 items. One guy won both of the Garrett pinpointers. I thought that was crazy. So Saturday, I'm doing my show Saturday as my fundraiser. And while I'm packing up the orders on Sunday, I'm doing my channel giveaway, 60 proof set, a couple of Ben Canby silver grams, and a couple of 10th-ounce silver eagles, or silver rounds. Now that could be a die chip on the column, or it could be doubling on the column. I don't know. The way they got these things figured out for doubling on the 2007 is crazy. I think that's a die chip on the first column on the inside. That's kind of early in the morning for you to be driving, because that was about, when I saw the video this morning, that was about 5:30ish, quarter to 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. Okay, I got another copper. I'm not getting the numbers I had last week. I can tell you that right now on copper. Ooh, that one's chewed up. Looked like a dog got a hold of that one. See, look, the same diagnostic. Look right there at the base of the column 1. It's like a die chip. There's usually that could be a marker for something else. I never seen that before in those. Slight die crack on that bottom left corner. They're building to the rim. And that one's a nice little die crack. Goes right up the base into the bay. So we finally got something to put into the current hunt. I want to message that guy. The attribution of my opinion on telling you I found a couple where the date's not double, but the words in God we trust are double. And Liberty is slightly double. See if that's going to be a new variety, if I need to send it to him, or if he's just going to take my word if I send pictures. Oh yeah, I forgot to put my Canadian cent into the current hunt jar. $62. So my son's off this week. He's doing his birthday celebration tonight. I think he goes back next Monday. We'd sure like to have an extra V. Now there is a DDR on the back. Has to do with the stripes along the top, along the rim of the shield. The bar goes across the shield, but I've yet to find one. That is a die marker for one, but I just don't see anything on there to indicate doubling. The wrap up from my box, last box, won't be done until after I post all the wheat scent finds. So only one's been posted so far, and that's a 13S. So I'll upload one tomorrow. Should be one tomorrow. I got enough to get me through Friday. So hopefully I find some more during this hunt. Here's a 2006 with some slight toning action going on, or it could be environmental damage. Looks like this was left out in the car. It's got the sort of like the ring you get from sunspot hitting it. Somebody came here and said boring. Well, hunting coins is kind of boring at while it's fun at the same time. Oh, I have my star notes out in the truck. God dog it. I got 2 more star notes this weekend. I left those out in the truck. I need to bring those in. I'll bring those in tomorrow with the change. Tell you what, we'll do these. Just rolling. Oh, 2009, we got the first one of the hunt. And we got possible DDO. R right there. I don't know yet. Yeah, that's that's a water spot. I'll have to compare it to the charts. And that takes forever. God. 2009. I'm going to... Oh, I got it right here. Yeah, that's it right there. I'll put it off to the side for you, Nikki. You want to list on eBay? $1987 Denver. I had a $5 bill that was low mintage, but somebody wrote across Lincoln's forehead. I probably could have sold it, but I didn't. I used it. I needed the money. Nikki, do you remember the Highlander series that came on TV with Adrian Paul? Well, about a year and a half ago, the rights went to another company to stream it from Tubi TV. Tubi TV bought the company and got the Highlander series back by default. So I've been watching the series again. This being a date when me and my ex were dating before we got married. I would record Star Trek, Highlander. Came on back to back in my time zone. And they had 8 hour long tape. So I get 4 shows each or something like that. So when I get home, like the next day or something, I sit there because I was still working at McDonald's. When I didn't work at McDonald's, I'll watch the shows. We're going to work from Mr. Levy, engineer who I used to work for back in the 90s. Or sometimes I'll watch them that night. Get home, watch them that night. There's a small smidgen of a die crack there. But I'm not keeping that one. That was the 80s. Late 80s into the early 90s. Same time frame about the time ER was on. Because when we got married, ER was still on. We used to watch ER together whenever it came on. And sometimes if she was off and I was off, she had on play, so I'll go there, she would cook supper, I go watch ER. Then when we were married, you had Home Improvement on. And that came on Sunday nights. That was family night. We all watched. Even the kids watched the Home Improvement. I mean, Stream Home Makeover, not Home Improvement. Yeah. Go to Tubi TV, it's a free TV service. You just got to deal with ads. You can watch it. And I think they have all the Highlander movies on there too. She had a 2-story apartment. She had it's more like a townhome, I guess you would call it. You had the kitchen, you had a dining room / living room on one floor. Steps went up, made a U shape. You had 2 bedrooms upstairs with a bathroom. Also had a half bath downstairs. Had storage underneath the staircase. We lived in there for about a year after we got married, before we moved out. In fact, not too long after we got married, some dude was drunk and he was trying to break into our apartment. I said, "You call the police." I ran and grabbed my bow, knocked an arrow, went downstairs. I was waiting for him to come to that door because I was not going to miss it at 8 feet. That shaft would have gone right through him. And I had the hunting tip on there too. Not the field point, but the hunting tip for deer. So it was sliced and diced him it would have gotten him about an inch across. Because you had to come in and turn left again. You had to come in and turn left again to the apartment. I stand just right past that entryway. Six car front row. That was row 4. 2009. Be cool. Sean wants to drop in for a little bit. The Couch Collectibles. You need to check him out sometime. His couch is Justin Couch, Nikki. He's got some good stuff too to sell. Lately, he's been selling during the daytime. Some people think their wheat cents are worth a lot of money when they're really not. Went to a garage sale Friday afternoon. That was shutting down because of the rain. 3 sets of wheat cent books, not a key date in the bunch. They want $35 a book. So I don't think so. So you got a few. They had none that were red. I think my son's home. Gave him his birthday present a few days earlier. I had a Canadian $50 with a polar bear on it. ½ ounce of silver. There's no me, I'll forget to bring it with me if we go out to eat. See, now that 3 and 7 looks awful, awful funny. I don't know, no 73 Denver double die. Yeah, but my roll hunting mats is where I got those from him. They're made like a mouse pad. And look, if you hunt coins on the side, Nikki, occasionally, you need to go buy one of his big penny coin pads. They won't damage your coin. The hard ones, I found, if you're not careful, they can damage your coins. Like Rob Fine's Treasure, all them hardback ones. Plus, I use mine as a mouse pad. So I need to take this one off the desk and wash it. The general area right below the camera is all dirty from roll hunting. So I got another penny mat. I got a knuckle mat. I put down temporarily while I get this one clean, which I'm probably going to wash this one this week. In fact, speaking of that, I gotta remember to put down laundry detergent. $22. No Wheaties yet. I'm not. We got hub doubling on the Liberty. I'm not gonna worry about that one. It's in bad shape. If it was nice and bright, I would keep it. The hub doublings are more common than any of the other double dies on 2017 Phillies. I might find 8 to 12 per box, sometimes more than that. To Denver, do we have copper? Yep. Yeah, I guess it's 6 more. I tell you what, the difference between this box and the last box is probably about a pound in weight. That's how much copper was in that other box. Counting the Lincoln cents, the wheat cents, and the copper are 399 coins, plus or minus 5. I'll have to go back and do a complete recount of that bucket. I've not dumped those into a box yet. Plus, I need to put all the nice ones. We're making new books. Actually, I need to go to all my copper boxes and put all the nice coins, or the nice ones. Like all the reds. I may do red and a red-brown series. Oh. Yeah, his new dollar book. Or his new updated coin book. I gotta talk him to give me one. I promote his coin mat every time I run a video. But he's taking off until after Labor Day. Now, I'll tell you this. He's good about giving away war nickels as giveies on his streams. That's post-mint damage. He's good about doing that. I've got 8, maybe 9 nickels from him like that. Oh, don't forget, did you see my video on the lamination errors? Or did Jen see it? That I bought up or whatnot? Tell y'all what. Let me finish. I got a few more, not that many more pennies left in this stack. This is 22. See, this might be copper. Yep, it gives us 8. This may be copper. It gives us 9. The rest are 23 Denver and a 22 Denver. 23 Philly. No extra V. That's the most we found. 5 rolls, 9. That gives us 25. There you go. Okay. We only got 3. There's a third person here. This is just one of the lamination errors I bought. And these are not for sale. $45. And if you look, let's see. There's my pointer. Now let's do it like this. There's the metal lifting up off that coin right there. So you can get some light on this coin. You can see the glove right through the coin. I'm trying to see how much I spent buying these lamination errors. What's funny, I got these coins last week, bought them the week before, and it still says in transit. Don't put the paper in here with how much I paid for them. Oh, I haven't touched a sheet of paper. I'll put it in this box. I'm not selling those unless I have to. Let's do one more little bit out of the cord change. So far, I found one copper coin come out. Cumberland Gap. Cumberland Island, I should say. Postment damage. .24 Denver. I originally thought this was a die chip. It's part of her dress. Actually, I wrote to the men and asked them that question. I sent a photo and an email that said, is this part of her dress or is this a die chip? It says part of her outfit. That's going to be copper. See, I got two for my own. I can't put quarters in these tubes. I gotta do a review. All these off Amazon. That's gonna be for sale on my fundraiser, an 88S ICG Proof 67 DCAM. The guy that owns it used to work for NGC. The grading has gotten better over there because of him. Texas. One of the few states that the only thing I've heard on here has been some grease strike throughs like the Louisiana quarter. I don't find anything. I've checked letters, I checked the star, the outline of the state, the numbers, everything. Looking for die chips. Nothing. American Memorial, I find these a lot. I do not keep these. Besides that, this is in rough shape. 2002 Denver. Mint damage on his head. Well, y'all, today I don't have to call it quits. I do have to work in the morning. A few pennies here. 88. Chewed up. That's going back. Well, I got some more change out in the car. Now, I haven't found a DDO on one out in the wild in pocket change versus roll hunt. That would have been cool. That's not the case. think the most I paid on those elimination errors was $21. Could have sworn I put that paperwork with that. Ah, I found it. She numbered the bags. The first one was 3. This number 15 was 3. Number 16 was 5. Number 17 was 11. 19 was 7. 20, 21 were 6 each. 22 cost me 13. 23 cost me 21, and 29 cost me $1. So I have to look back and reference those numbers in that box. So let's see, let me add that real fast in my head, and that's dangerous. Okay, see, 21, 32, 46, 58, 59, 72, 77 plus shipping and handling. So throw another $6 on there for that. But that's going to do it, y'all. Oh, I missed one. I missed a copper coin. 77 Denver. So, yeah, that was a fun video to make. Maybe I had to use my hand without a glove on to hold the coin, and the glove hand to make the camera focus onto the coin. So that's going to conclude this video for tonight. Like I said, it's going to be a short one. I was running an hour behind due to weather. So hopefully tomorrow I'll be on right about 7. We'll go to hopefully till 10 o'clock. I may go try to get nickels. Don't know yet. So we'll see. So everybody, y'all have a good evening. Thank you for coming in, and good night. Always check both sides of the coins.